blew it. You blew it, you blew it, you blew it.
August for the best bread and rolls. Oh, good luck. Ask for August Brothers for the best bread and rolls you have ever tasted. I knew that had to happen one night, friends.
You blew it. You blew it, you blew it, you blew it.
The rumor that the president would veto the bill is reported to have come from a high white horse souse.
You blew it. You blew it, you blew it, you blew it.
And this is your Uncle Don saying good night. Good night, little kids, good night. We're off? Good. Well, that ought to hold the little bastards.
You knew it. You knew it the moment you blew it.
Here's a question that I'm sure will be of interest to golfers everywhere. As the wife of a famous golfer, are you superstitious?
Oh, I most certainly am superstitious. Every night before a big tournament, I always kiss his balls.
You knew it. You knew it the moment you blew it.
Governor Ronald Reagan has arrived at the convention in Miami Beach, where is he... Wait a minute, one more time. Where he is expected to make his personal plea to the GOP platform, where he is expected to make his personal plea to the GOP platform committee. I blew it.
You blew it. You blew it, you blew it, you blew it.
Clock shows 28 seconds to go. There's the snap back to center. Looks like a pass. It is a pass. Intercepted by Ostrowski. He's up to the 10, the 20, the 30. He's past the midfield stripe and he's running wild. He's going, he's going. Look at that son of a bitch run!
You knew it. You knew it the moment you blew it.
And now, before I ask you our first question, what do you do for a living, my good lady?
I'm a maid and I take care of a large family.
How large a family?
Let's see. 4 boys, 3 girls, 1 adult, and 1 adulteress.
Darling, you blew it. Oh, how could you do it?
Senator Fulbright, do you think that the Viet Cong will honor the peace?
As I said already, they have conducted themselves in the last 2 or 3 years much more discreet, with greater prudence and discretion than we have. Because I've forgotten what the question was.
You blew it, darling. You blew it. How could you do it?
That's the weather report from the International Airport here at Anchorage, Alaska. Now I'll take a leak out the window to see if it's freezing outside our studio.
You blew it, you blew it, you blew it.
Ladies and gentlemen, any way you look at it, we are having trouble on the cable.
Good afternoon, football fans. This is another Saturday's football game between the University of Alabama and the University of Mississippi, which was brought to you under the auspices of the NAACP. That'll be the day. Under the auspices of NCAA college football in color.
Howdy Doody, featuring Buffalo Bob Smith and his talented group of puppeteers, was one of television's most popular kid shows. The popularity of this memorable children's program has lived on long after the program ended. Let's relive one of the classic moments of Howdy Doody time which proves that out of the mouths of babes often really do come gems. So listen carefully now to Buffalo Bob's interview with this youngster.
What's your name, little fella?
Kenneth.
How old are you, Kenneth?
5.
5. Kenny, did you ever do anything wrong?
My father.
I see. And you think they should get a spanking then, huh?
No.
Okay, thank you very much, little fella. Come over, Mr. Cobb. Talk to the boys a minute.
What happened, Buffalo?
Contestants on quiz programs are usually nervous because they know that valuable prizes are being offered for correct answers.
And now we have a very attractive young lady here at our microphones. What's your name?
Mrs. Renee Robertson.
And what are you doing in town?
I'm on my honeymoon.
Your honeymoon. Well, are you enjoying it?
Oh, I'm enjoying every inch of it.
Wherever you go, whether it be Florida or California, the most relaxed way to enjoy your trip is to go by bus. And it's safe, too, especially a holiday when drinking and driving do not mix. Go by bus and leave the drinking to us.
That's the news, the weather, fair through tomorrow. No rain in the forecast. Center titty temperature, center shitty city temperature. Shit.
Beauty pageants on television are among the highest rated programs. Hundreds of young women from around the world compete for various coveted titles each year. One of the most successful of these annual events is the Miss Universe contest, where great pressure surrounds all persons involved in this glamorous TV event.
Oh, my, you can almost feel the excitement as the 5 Miss Universe finalists are getting ready for the crowning. I've never seen 5 more expectant girls. You know what I mean. We'll return to the Miss Universe pregnant in a moment. A pageant.
Branded, starring Chuck Connors, Upchucking Friday. Upcoming Friday.
The unpredictable nature of the weather sometimes brings on emergency conditions. Mother Nature leaves weather forecasters and meteorologists very little time to check weather bulletin copy in advance.
From his emergency flood headquarters at City Hall, Mayor Friedman has just ordered all families living near or adjacent to the Mill River to ejaculate immediately. Evacuate immediately.
And here's a shopping tip for all you ladies. Charlie McFarland's Meat Market is a special on sirloin steaks, only 89 cents a pound. So remember, ladies, no one can be Charlie McFarland's...
And now, the BBC forecast for Northern England.
And the forecast for Northern England is incest and rain. That is incessant rain. Oh, Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, while our game is being temporarily held up because of rainy weather here at Dodger Stadium, our well-known organist, who is located in the center field stands, is going to entertain you by diddling on his organ.
Commercial copywriters also have their bad moments in radio and television. Their copy can often result in the unsuspecting announcer becoming the victim of the copywriter's blooper.
And remember, at 60-Second Laundry, we don't tear your clothes by machinery. We do it carefully by hand.
As we look at the weather map, we see a cold front with forecasts of sub-zero temperatures, with tomorrow's forecast for continued mild. Continued mild? The expected frigid weather is due to a cold cold air masses moving down from Canada. And in the northwest, Helena got 6 inches during the night. Helena, Montana got 6 inches of snow during the night.
Early this evening, police raided a warehouse containing over $80,000 of marijuana, hashish, and opium. More news after this message.
See a CBS special on marijuana. Get the habit. Stay tuned to this channel.
Stay tuned now for a dramatization of Dickens' immortal Tale of Two Cities. Tales of Two Cities.
Telethons are long, late-night programs devoted to raising money for charitable organizations. Celebrities, as well as public-spirited citizens, donate their time to help these worthwhile causes, as witness popular comedian Amsterdam doing his bit for a worthwhile cause.
Oh, here's the note that just handed to me. Mr. and Mrs. Gargood of the Bronx sent in $2. Oh, there's a note here. Tell Teresa to go to bed. All right, Teresa will go to bed for $2. Oh, sorry.
Man-on-the-street programs run the risk of catching interviewees off guard, with the result that the unexpected often occurs.
Pardon me, madam. I wonder if you'd mind answering a question for our survey. Are you a natural-born citizen of the United States?
Oh, no. I was born cesarean.
Broadcasters are flooded with public service messages, a portion of which, under law, must be given airtime. The many government agencies sometimes cause much confusion.
So be sure and write or visit your Social Security office for this free booklet. This message is brought to you as a public service by your Department of Wealth and Welfare.
The water pollution problem has once again struck. The pollution inspector commented about the problem, saying that he personally passed the drinking water.
We will return to our great movie of the month, Woman on the Run, after this message from Phillips Milk of Magnesia.
7 brothers and 7 sisters?
Mm-hmm.
How many children do you have?
1.
Only 1?
Give me a chance. I've only been married a month.
And as we take a continuing look at the news, we have this story from Richmond, Virginia, where a herd of cattle broke loose from their corral at a nearby cattle ranch and raced crazily through a tobacco plantation. And now this word about a different tasting cigarette.
Take 2.
Today's young people know a good thing, so get into the swing of things with a refreshing 7-Up. You'll recognize it with the big 7 on it and UP after.
Cut!
I think I did that wrong.
Many people who come to the shores of this country for the first time have obvious language difficulties, and they sometimes become the innocent victims of the language barrier.
We asked Mrs. Gonzalez, a recent airlift arrival from Cuba, how she felt about leaving her home in Cuba and arriving in America to find a new life for herself and her family.
It's great. No more Fidel castrate.
We then asked Mrs. Gonzalez how many children she had and what her husband did for a living.
I have 14 children. My husband operates an automatic screwing machine.
Veteran broadcaster Lowell Thomas has an uncontrollable sense of humor. When something in his news copy strikes him funny, he often breaks up. Let's listen to this classic example.
Here's Lowell Thomas.
President Eisenhower today visited the Chocolate City. The president driving into Hershey, Pennsylvania to celebrate his 63rd birthday. 30,000 or more people were cheering him. All the folks who make Hershey chocolate with and without nuts. Fred Waring was on hand to conduct a chorus of 1800. Ben Hogan to give an exhibition on how he drives a golf ball. And that was a special interest to our shopping president. A demonstration like that famous Ben Hogan power golf.
I won't putter around with that one.
See a TV special, The Russian Bolshoi Ballet, in a never-to-be-remembered performance Sunday at 9.
This is a public service announcement. When you drive, be sure to keep a safe distance from the car in front of you.
Tailgating will get you nowhere. Tailgating. Oh, boy.
And now here's the latest on the Middle East crisis. Lesbian forces today attacked Israel. I beg your pardon, that should be Lebanese.
The risking of life and limb by newsmen is not confined to battlefronts.
What are they trying to do, kill me? Schmuck. Where'd the son of a bitchin' dog come from?
Ah, shit. I give up. To register to vote. And for your convenience, the Northampton County Whorehouse will have extra help. The Northampton County Whorehouse will have extra help. Courthouse, all right.
This portion of Petticoat Junction is brought to you by the American Home Company, makers of fine products for your can. American Can Company, makers of fine products for your home.
Well, now, just before we get down to the feature race, it looks very much today, in the opinion of the experts, that it's going to be a very, very close contest between Dolly Jane and that beautiful new bay, Harass. Now, just a minute, fans. I've noticed here that Harass is not going to run. Remember now, Harass is not going to run. Be sure to scratch Harass.
Well, it's all over now, and all the scores are in after a grueling 54-hole ladies golf championship, which was played on 3 separate 18-hole golf courses. We now switch you to the 18th green for the trophy presentation.
I consider it indeed a privilege to be able to present a magnificent trophy to Miss Helen Douglas, the new state intercourse champion.
Beach Boy Murph the Surf and his alleged accomplice, Jack Griffith, are soon to stand trial for the murder of the 2 girls who were found in a canal. The younger girl had been shot fatally, and her companion was killed by a blow on the back of the head with a sharp object. And both of the attractive young women were stabbed in the upper abdomen. Their bodies were tied around the neck with electrical cord to 2 concrete blocks. Police suspect foul play.
The pitcher has the signal. Here comes the pitch. A fastball in there for a strike. He takes it a ball. Here comes the pitch for a strike. You know, it's a curious thing. I've been watching this young couple in the stands who must be newlyweds. It seems that he kisses her on the strikes and she kisses him on the balls.
And in the head-on collision of the 2 passenger cars, 5 people were killed in the crash. 2 seriously.
You have heard the expression, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, the same holds true with delicious tasting, unsweetened prune juice, a water extract of dried prunes made from California prunes. Try some each morning at breakfast time, and you'll be off and running for the rest of the day.
Cut it, God damn it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce our cooking expert, who will tell you all about our new Betty Baker's Crock Mix. Betty Crocker's Bake Mix.
Good morning. Today we are going to bake a spice cake with special emphasis on how to flour your nuts.
Bing Crosby, one of the all-time singing greats, proved that he, too, is human when he blew the lyrics of the song Wrap Your Troubles in Dreams. Listen carefully to this classic moment that occurred in the 1930s.
Castles may tumble, that's fate after all. Life's really funny that way. Sang the wrong melody, we'll play it back. See what it sounds like, hey, hey. They cut out 8 bars, the dirty bastard.
And I didn't know which 8 bars he was gonna cut. Why don't somebody tell me these things around here? Holy Christ, I'm going off my nut.
There can be no greeting of the sun each day without discontent in your heart. There can be no...
Amen. And be sure to listen next week when the topic of the sermon will be Cast Thy Broad Upon the Waters. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Wire services that furnish news to radio and television stations have been known to print 2 stories together by accident.
Most of those arrested were booked on gambling and prostitution charges. President Nixon is trying to get a little in the sun today after rain and dark skies invaded the Florida Keys.
It's delicious. I mean, you'll enjoy every sip of it. It's bright and it's bubbly. And this mellow beer is brewed with pure Rocky Mountain water.
The police found the body with its legs and arms dismembered, tied into a sack, and floating in the bay. I'll be back with more sports in a moment.
Your volunteer fire department never has a day off. When Center City's firefighters are collecting, be sure to support your firemen's balls.
This is the Dominion Network of the Canadian Broadcoping Castration.
So, ladies, if it's a bikini you need for the beach this summer, the Bikini Shop will suit your needs. The Bikini Shop has in stock a large selection of odd-sized bathing suits for a ridiculous figure.
God rest ye merry gentlemen.
We're now here. Deco balls with balls of holly. We're now here. Deco balls with deco bells with balls of holly. A Christmas selection.
For a report about what women throughout the world are wearing in fashions this year, TV Magazine of the Air calls in our fashion editor.
Fashion conscious women are in for a busy 2 weeks. Fashion conscious women are in for a busy 2 weeks as the spring and summer collection roll out. Italy starts the ball rolling. Oh, shit. This week. Excuse me, I blew it.
And another delightful extra on BOAC's 747 flight is the pleasurable in-flight, high-infidelity music at the touch of your fingertips and which will help you relax on your flight. Oh, Lord.
This is Sister Teresa, extending an invitation to all our neighbors in any denomination to attend our annual Peter Pulling Contest at St. Taffy's Church. Oh, I mean our taffy pulling contest at St. Peter's Church.
Now on the local scene, last night the city sheriff was kept busy with 3 so much for the national news. And on the local scene, the city sheriff was kept busy with 3 burglars last night.
Notice the comfortable cups for the freedom of natural body movement. Also, the Gentile holding stretch straps that move with your every turn. Wait a minute, cut it. I goofed again. As a motto from the top.
Play text, take 3.
Cut! Ah, shit. These stupid broads will be the death of me yet.
So when you fly to Paris this summer, I suggest you also spend a weekend seeing Cannes. Cons, that is.
All right, young lady, now here we go for the giant jackpot question. What is the Taj Mahal? 10 seconds.
Gee, I'm afraid I don't know.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, but you should know that the Taj Mahal, located in India,
is the greatest direction man has ever had for woman since time immemorial.
This Sunday, watch the annual Emmy Award presentation piped in live and in color from Hollywood.
To qualify for President Johnson's All-American team, all you have to do is perform a series of sit-ups, push-ups, and throw-ups.
Announcers are sometimes required to sample the sponsor's product. This announcer just happened to be a non-smoker.
We make this offer to help you discover the real smoking pleasure of these truly fine cigars. Cut the mic.
There's only 10 seconds left in this exciting tie basketball game. Jefferson is dribbling, tosses to Hayes. He's in trouble and throws to Harrison. He's going to make the shot. No, he fakes to Jameson. He shits and hoots. He shoots and hits.
Is this America? Is this freedom? No.
For the latest report on racial strife in the South, we switch you to our reporter in Montgomery, Alabama.
We want freedom!
After a night of tension here in Alabama, caused by burnings by members of the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK.
Good morning, ladies. I'm awfully glad you're with us this morning because we have a very special recipe. It's something that I'm sure will surprise your husband, and it's called frickin' chickasee. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's chicken fricassee.
To relieve the tension of live sports commentary, sportscasters sometimes put each other on. Here's an example of leg pulling. The victim is an unsuspecting fellow announcer.
Pabst Blue Ribbon presents another Pabst Blue Ribbon bout. You people out in Portland, Oregon will see the fights on WFAR TV and in Denver, Colorado on WSHI TV. Right now, let's look in on our friend Bill the bartender.
How about joining me in a glass of Blue Ribbon beer?
You son of a bitch.
As the astronauts take the elevator ride to the nose of the rocket, we're going to show you that film of the astronauts' breakfast, consisting of eggs, sausages, toast, orange juice, and steak, which should be coming up shortly.
We're speaking to you from the National Bowling Championships featuring the nation's top blowers.
Ralph, I'm sure you don't mean blowers.
Bowlers. And our next blower is Myrtle Haggard. Our next bowler is Myrtle Haggerty.
You bowlers at home can see Myrtle's beautiful right to left hook. Bowling experts rate her as one of the best hookers in the game.
Oh.
President Johnson has just arrived from Washington by helicopter to dedicate this dam project. He is being warmly greeted by the large throng who have come to hear him speak. As the band plays a tribute to LBJ's rear, the president makes his way to the restroom. Rostrum.
See the continuing story of Peyton Place, with the next installment focusing on Dr. Rossi, who is responsible for all the babies born in Peyton Place.
Kennedy Space Center, Florida. A dream of the ages was about to come true.
See the Apollo lunar landing on the moon when astronauts Armstrong and Aldrin walked the surface of the moon with Walter Cronkite.
Big-name athletes sometimes choose to work in the field of broadcasting when their sports career comes to an end. Many of these athletes find their new profession confusing. Let's listen to this former All-American fumble the following.
Halftime festivities are now getting underway after an exciting first half. Football fans here in the bowl, as well as home viewers, will be entertained by Girl Bum and Drugelcore. I mean Drug and Drugelcore. Drug and Boogelcore.
Let's watch a novice announcer being officially initiated into his new job in the field of broadcasting.
Here is a bulletin from our newsroom. Washington, D.C. The colonies were thrilled today as George Washington made the long-awaited crossing of the Delaware River. We have the first television pictures of this historic event. Hey, what the hell is this?
April Fool!
Innovation of television brought with it a new approach to politics. This came in the form of debates between political opponents and telecast to nationwide audiences.
I've been listening to my opponent make a damn fool of himself on television. Now it's my turn.
And in the world of sports, Yogi Berra, great Yankee catcher, was accidentally hit in the head by a pitched ball. Yogi was taken to the Fordham Hospital for x-rays of the head. The x-ray showed nothing.
Vice President Humphrey got a boost for a new job today. Senator George McGovern says the vice president would be a good man to head a worldwide war on Hungary. Or rather, hunger.
The sound effects men have their share of troubles. Let's tune in an early radio dramatic program for this moment of suspense.
Okay, you rat. See this gun? I'm gonna take this gun and blow your head off. Okay, you rat. See this gun? I'm gonna take this gun and really blow your head off. On a second thought, I'm gonna take this knife and slit your throat.
The late and great actress Tallulah Bankhead was known for her outspoken frankness, as shown by this public service spot.
Hello, darlings. This is Tallulah Bankhead. You know, I read something recently that made me very happy. Hopeful is a better word. Let me quote a heart authority from the Mayo Clinic. He said, oh, shit.
During emergency news remotes, eyewitnesses are sometimes called upon to make a broadcast report. In the confusion of the moment, they often manage to come up with the unpredictable.
For an eyewitness report on the tornado that hit the migrant workers' camp, 6 o'clock news calls in Camp Foreman Julio Martinez.
I know when to begin the report, huh? Do I have time to go to the comfort station?
Camp Foreman Julio Martinez.
Watch for the signal, eh?
The twister hit the migrant camp with devastating force. Several injuries were reported, with victims receiving emergency treatment. Migrant worker Raul Garcia, he suffered several broken legs.
The Girl Scouts in this area are planning to form a Little Mothers Club, much like the already formed Little Fathers Club, headed by their scoutmaster. All Girl Scouts interested in becoming Little Mothers are to meet with the Boy Scoutmaster in the high school gym after this meeting.
We now join a local news broadcast where a newscaster has coined a new word.
Police in Danvers this morning discovered a half-nude body of a man lodged in a sewer pipe. Although not believed to be connected to the current rash of gangland slayings, police have termed the death a suicide.
Well, folks, it's raining again, and the sun is shining. I've heard it said that when it rains, when the sun is out, that the devil is beating his wife. And it sure looks like he's been banging her all week.
For the Philadelphia Warriors, in the first half, Wilt Chamberlain was high with 27 pints. He was high, but I don't think he was that high. Now, the second half will be just starting in just a moment. Down at the basketball court, the referee is getting ready to blow the official.
Let's listen to this announcer who is enjoying the New Year's festivities.
Sports fans, pull up a chair on a 50-yard line and plan to spend New Year's Day watching the college bowl games on NBC.
So light up to pleasure with a really filtered smoke. Why not follow the example of millions who light up, puff, and you'll say, "My, that's good coffee."
For more than 2 decades, Ed Sullivan was one of TV's best-known personalities, who presented scores of the entertainment industry's greatest talent on his regular Sunday night show. His highly rated program was among the rare few that were telecast live, with the result that he was the victim of many bloopers. Here is how a preview announcement of a group of Polish dancers sounded.
But now about next week's show. We're going to have for you on this stage next week 42 Polish dentists.
Ed Sullivan was brought to you alive from New York. What? It's that time of year again, and only a few more shopping days till Christmas. So you men who are looking for the perfect gift for your loved one, surprise her with a gorgeous screw-in. Gorgeous screw-in. She'll love a gorgeous screw-in wristwatch.
Well, rock and rollers, time for our mystery guest contest. If you guess the names of our next artist, our sponsor will send you 2 of the newest Beatle albums. The clue to this singer, and this is the only clue I'm going to give you, is that she has 2 of the biggest hits in the country.
Shirley is on the green with her tee shot on this par 3 hole. She needs this putt for a birdie. Her putt should break slightly to the right. In yesterday's round, Shirley took a douche on this hole. A deuce.
There's a word pronounced peon and spelled P-A-E-A-N. It means to praise. But this ice cream sponsor did not appreciate this commercial announcer's use of the word.
And now it is my pleasure to tell you about a truly fine product. I personally find it very easy to pee on Brody's ice cream.
On-the-spot news coverage often brings the unpredictable. The newsman's only recourse against indiscreet remarks by sometimes emotional interviewees is to turn off the mic or unplug the mic cord.
You got a souvenir?
I got a souvenir.
What is it?
It's, I don't know. It's a peace demonstrator's, flag. It says peace in Vietnam, we won't fight. You know what they're going to do with it? You ever see a guy wipe his ass with it?
All passengers aboard both sunken vessels were rescued by the Coast Guard, who sped to the crash scene. The collision of the 2 boats was blamed on the fog, which the captain of one vessel described as being as thick as sea poop. Pea soup.
Sporting events utilize large, sensitive, concave microphone discs designed to boost any audio within its remarkable range. Its purpose is to pick up the realistic sounds of the participants for viewers at home. However, this unique microphone has its drawbacks.
Hey, Tommy! Kick the crap out of him, Tommy! Kick the shit out of him, Tommy!
We pause at the end of the day for tonight's inspirational message, which will be delivered by Father Timothy Duncan from St. John's Parish. Father Duncan. We pause at the end of the day for tonight's inspirational message, which will be delivered by Father Timothy Duncan from St. John's Parish. Father Duncan. And now, Father Duncan. Where the hell is he? I think he went to take a leak.
The Vice President arrived in South Florida today on his executive jet for a round of speeches where he defended President Nixon's wage price freeze. The Vice President also met with members of the press to answer any questions they might have about the freeze, which took the nation by surprise. And so ends Dateline News coverage of another busy... And so ends Dateline News coverage of a busy day in Miami Beach for Vice President Spiro... And so ends Dateline News coverage of a busy day in Miami Beach for Vice President Shapiro Agnew.
It's community chess time once again, and it's community chess time. When Miss Community Chest knockers on your door, give generously.
For a report on the latest traffic conditions, we dial in Bruce Holloway, who is in his mobile unit at the Cloverleaf just off the turnpike. Take it away, Bruce. Bruce? Where the hell we get this one?
Okay, Brucey, where are those old big savage cars you want to report about?
Take it away, Bruce.
This is Master Control calling Studio B. We can't seem to get through with our traffic report in Studio A. Tom, will you give it a try, please? Thank you.
For a report on the latest traffic conditions, we call in Bruce Holloway, who is in his mobile unit at the Cloverleaf. At the Cloverleaf, Leaf. Just off the bridge. Take it away, Bruce, you faggot.
We'll be back to the Sunday night movie in just a moment on Channel 4. Now here's a word about another fine product, irregularity.
We will return to the laying contest, the egg-laying contest, after the judge tallies the eggs laid. In the meantime, we switch you to our outdoor arena for a report on the tractor driving and hoeing farm contest winners. Here they are, the final results of the FFA farm contest. Our tractor driving won by Jim Davis. And one of our own girls, Miss Betty Smith, was chosen as the best hoer. Best hoer.
One of radio's oldest and most successful dramatic series was Mr. Keene, Tracer of Lost Persons. Radio listeners from coast to coast were amused to hear this inadvertent transposition of the program title.
We now bring you Mr. Keene, loser of Traced Persons.
This is your Uncle Fred with some exciting news. Among the new arrivals at the zoo is a spotted leopard. It just arrived from Africa. So, kids, this Sunday, ask your dad to take you to see the newest resident at the cat house.
So remember, housewives, when you're looking for the best in tomato sauce, be sure and stop in at your fresh grocers. So remember, tomatoes, housewives, when you're looking for the best, you'll find Hunt's tomato sauce on your favorite grocer's shelf.
Our Make-A-Wish cameras visited the home of Melvin Berkowitz. Melvin was invited to our Make-A-Wish studios for his Good Behavior Award. Melvin, if you had a wish, what would you want most?
I want to go to the toilet.
This wash day, try your community Coinomatic laundromat. There's never a wait. All ladies who drop off their clothes will receive prompt attention.
The atomic age ushered in the dawn of a new day. With it came new technologies. Among the more far-reaching innovations was the new medium of communications, television. The magical video screen brought many historic and oft-times shocking events into the living rooms of Mr. and Mrs. America and their families. However, nothing seen on a television screen stunned a TV audience more than the blooper nightmare you are about to witness. That was destined to become television's counterpart of the classic Orson Welles' Invasion from Mars. On this memorable night, TV watchers were getting ready to turn in after their late-night viewing habits had come to an end, when much to their amazement, an unsuspecting public saw the unbelievable.
As we come to the end of our broadcast day, Channel 6 brings you our nightly inspirational message. Tonight's sermonette will be delivered by the Reverend Percival W. Brady of the First Episcopalian Church.
Good evening. For tonight's sermonette, I believe it very fitting in this day and age of permissiveness and sin to emphasize how important the respect that one should have for one's mother and father in the home. Remember, this being Brotherhood Week, love thy neighbor, and they in turn will love thee.
Good morning, Channel 6.
Yes, I'd like to know what is the name of this movie that you're showing now?
Madam, I have no knowledge of any movie being shown at this time.
I didn't get in on the beginning of it, and I can't find it in my TV guide.
Madam, I have no knowledge of any movie being shown at this moment. Thank you for watching Channel 6. Good morning, Channel 6.
Hey, what are you doing tonight, huh?
I beg your pardon, sir?
Hey, would you care to go out with me? Those wild movies.
Sir, I'm going to call the police.
Oh, wait, you just listen to this.
You just listen to this. Good morning, Channel 6.
Say, hey, this Channel 6. Hey, what kind of movie y'all putting on there? I tell you, me and Leander, that my boyfriend, we sitting here, we watch. I tell you, we really did get our enjoy. Y'all gonna show them every night, you know what I mean?
I have no knowledge of any movie being shown at this moment.
Yeah, you know the one I like was that one with the black socks on. He looked like somebody I used to know. That just tickled me so bad. Y'all keep showing them here.
Thank you very much for your call, madam. Goodbye. Good morning, Channel 6.
Would you mind telling me what in the hell is going on at Channel 6?
Sir, I don't know. I'm only...
Well, try to find out.
Sir, I don't know. I'm only the relief telephone operator.
That's filth. You hear what I said? Filth.
Yes.
Capital F, filth.
I don't know, sir. I'm only the telephone operator.
Oh, that is just goddamn crap. You hear? Just plain old crap.
Thank you for watching Channel 6. Good morning, Channel 6.
Hi, Channel 6.
All right, on Channel 6. All I can say is that, it's just really so groovy where you're at. I can't believe this. Can I help you? I was doing my homework, and I just happened to look up and, like I saw what was going on. I just couldn't believe it. It's just so beautiful to see that you're really with it. And I beg your pardon, I think sex education movies are, just really beautiful because that's where it's at. I'm not aware of any sex education films. Thank you for calling Channel 6. Good morning, Channel 6.
Good morning, Channel 6. You shouldn't, pardon me, but I was on my way to the kitchen to take a little snack from the icebox, and I use the TV set as a nightlight, and I'm not disturbing you this hour, am I?
What is it you want, sir?
Well, you could tell me if the picture, the picture on Channel 6 is going to be a steady thing.
Sir, I know nothing about any picture at this hour.
Well,
Sir, I really can't do anything about it. Thank you for watching Channel 6. Goodbye. Good morning, Channel 6.
Hi, Channel 6. Yeah, I wondered if you could give me some information on this picture that's on, like, who does the casting for these?
I know nothing about any picture.
I thought maybe...
I'm sorry, you'll have to call back later. Good morning, Channel 6.
Good morning. This is Father McManus.
Oh, God.
Rock music has struck a responsive chord in youth everywhere. Let's listen to a DJ who tripped over an introduction of popular Sheb Wooley's big hit titled Purple People Eater.
And now, rock and rollers, the number one song sweeping the nation. Sheb Wooley sings his big hit, Purple Peter Eaters. I'll try that again. Purple Peter Eaters. No. Purple People Eaters. Oh.
After a disappointing season last year, the football team assembled at the stadium to be shot. That is, to be photographed.
They should have been shot.
Educational programs on medicine are often carried live. Therefore, people's reactions cannot be determined in advance. A layman should be excused for being nervous when participating in a demonstration of acupuncture, the ancient art of curing illness by piercing various parts of the body with pins.
I assume that this is your first experience with acupuncture.
Yes, it is.
Could you describe the sensation?
Well, it just feels like a little prick. Ooh, you know what I mean.
We'll return to Dr. Kildare after this word about a new cough syrup recommended by doctors.
It's that time of the year again, winter, when millions of Americans are bothered by the hard-to-shake-off cough of a common cold. So take the advice of your druggist and get this delicious-tasting cough syrup. We promise you will never get any better.
Yuck. This station has conducted our own survey, getting citizen reaction to this dangerous condition. Sir, what is your reaction to pollution in this city?
Pollution? I am all for it.
Well, this portion of Country Jamboree is brought to you by Millie's Chicken Feast. If you're all looking for delicious finger-licking fried chicken, try Millie's. Millie specializes in the parts you like best. If it's legs, thighs, or breasts you prefer, try Millie's.
Folks, this is Millie. Get your delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken today.
After her apprehension by local authorities, Miss Ellen Benson was confined to a menstrual institution for an indefinite period.
Television has resulted in ulcers for more than one network censor. The following that happened to an aspiring performer on a nationwide amateur hour is a classic example.
And now let's take a look at today's Dow Jones averages. Leading the way are several blue chip stocks. Blue chip stocks.
Rush hour traffic moves very slowly between 17th and 54th Street due to the large number of traffic signals in this area. We feel it's time our city council did something to make this red light district safer for walking the streets. Streetwalkers.
Setting up a remote broadcast takes a lot of time and planning on the part of the engineers and crew. Here is what happened when the station tried to go on the air before things were completely set up.
And now for a report on the upcoming race, we go to our camera crew on the scene. Those bastards are asleep, would you believe it?
We promise you the most exciting trip of your life. Just imagine those perfect days under bright skies on white coral sand. This is the best time of the year for a perfect vacation. So remember, when you fly to Bermuda, be sure to take a plane.
This special offer is good for tomorrow only, and the sale will take place at our wholesale whorehouse. The sale will take place at our wholesale warehouse.
President-elect Nixon is making preparation for his departure for his inauguration in Washington, D.C., where it is expected that millions of Americans on radio and TV will witness his swearing on the steps of the Capitol.
Eddie Peabody, the great banjoist, was introduced thusly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eddie Playbody will now pee for you.
Here's a tip from Red Cross. Lay the... Wait a minute. And now from the American Red Cross. In case of drowning, lay the drowning victim on her back and try mouth-to-mouth breathing.
Daily soap operas are usually presented live, and under those nerve-wracking circumstances, even the most professional actors can occasionally slip up.
Scalpel.
Scalpel.
Hemostat.
Hemostat.
Hypodemic noodle.
And now last year's winner is pinning a corsage on Pat Pilton, who is this year's...
Ouch! Son of a bitch.
Miss Hostility.
Ben Casey performs delicate brain surgery on a deranged killer in another exciting thriller guaranteed to give you 60 minutes of mental illness on Friday.
Tune in next week when Woman's World will again present another interesting and informative roundtable discussion. The topic will be indecent literature and pornography, with several examples being shown, which we are sure you'll all enjoy.
Marshall Dillon preserves law and odor tonight on Gunsmoke.
So, mothers, give the man of your house a treat this Father's Day, and you'll enjoy it too. Take him to Hawaiian House for a Sunday night luau special dinner. This exotic food is expertly served by experienced waitresses in appetizing forms. Each father will receive a free lei.
We want all you Cub Scouts to know that you should pick your own leader, who can be like myself, either a male or female, or a combination of both.
And so ends another TV Garden Tip program. Tune in next week when Mrs. Van Buren's topic will be My Potted Friends.
Serve yourself the modern way at White's Gaseteria. It's just drive up and fill her up. And while you're at it, take time out for lunch. White's the finest spot on the turnpike to eat and get gas.
Sunday is February 14th, Valentine's Day. The best way to remember him is a visit to Lanson's, where you will find a variety of appropriate gifts for this special day. Show him you have his heart on your mind. Show him you have his heart on your mind.
When special events are aired live, they often result in the unexpected when they revolve around non-professional planners. Such was the case when a charity fashion show was presented live on television.
Our next model is showing the latest thing in hot pants. This controversial fashion follows the mini and the maxi. You will notice that this hot pants outfit can also be worn as a two-place pea suit. My God, she forgot her bra.
So we bring to a close another amateur hour. And folks, be sure to send in your postcards with your votes to Amateur Hour, care of this station. Ooh, goose the soprano. In the dictionary, the word spoonerism is defined as an unintended interchange of syllables. Let's listen to this classic example.
And that is why we are proud that our company is the largest producer in the United States of magnesium, aluminum, and stool.
The telephone company plays an important role in broadcasting. All of the programs we see on television are carried through special phone lines to station affiliates. Due to human error, two programs were inadvertently intermixed, much to the surprise of the stations and viewers at home.
It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for our featured guest, the prominent author, lecturer, and social leader, Mrs. Elwood Dodge, who is
able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
The Soviet Union today launched a new multi-seat spaceship with 3 cosmonauts aboard. TASS, the official Soviet news agency, reported that the spaceship Voskhod carried a pilot, a scientist, and a doctor. The agency said the flight was being made to carry out scientific, physical, and technical investigations of a space flight on man's orgasm. The spaceship... Hello? Hello, New York.
All right, young lady, it's your turn. What was the greatest surprise you ever had?
Gee, what a question. Let me think. Oh, yeah. The best surprise that I ever had was when my husband got out of the Army. I woke up one morning and he was standing by my bed with his discharge in his hand. Well, I don't mean that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we regret that we're having video difficulties. As soon as our difficulties are restored, we will return you to our regularly scheduled program.
As I look out the window, I hesitate to say that it's raining, because the Weather Bureau doesn't call it that. They call it fog. This is to tell you that the fog is overflowing the sewers. And the weatherman down at the Battery here in New York says the forecast for today is clear. Clear up to my ankles.
No documentary of the history of broadcasting would be complete without radio's most classic blooper.
October 1938. While America slumbered in a period of calm after World War I, a war to end all wars, in Europe, Adolf Hitler's unholy alliance was making plans for the conquest of the free world, which he hoped to crush under the heels of his new form of tyranny, Nazism. In America, October 30th, 1938, it was Halloween night. Millions of American families were safe in their homes, enjoying the entertainment of their favorite radio programs in an era of peace. In New York City, a group of professional actors in the Mercury Theater, under the direction of Orson Welles, were about to present the famous H.G. Wells story, War of the Worlds, a radio program that would startle most of the nation, and which turned out to be a blooper nightmare for the broadcast industry. The next voice that you will hear will be that of the distinguished American actor Orson Welles, in the role of Dr. Pearson, scientist.
Of the creatures in the rocket cylinder at Grover's Mill, I can give you no authoritative information, either as to their nature, their origin, or their purposes here on Earth. For want of a better term, I shall refer to the mysterious weapon as a heat ray.
Thank you, Professor Pearson. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a grave announcement to make. Incredible as it may seem, both the observations of science and the evidence of our eyes lead to the inescapable assumption that those strange beings who landed in the Jersey farmlands tonight are the vanguard of an invading army from the planet Mars.
This is Orson Welles, ladies and gentlemen. Out of character, to assure you that the War of the Worlds has no further significance than as the holiday offering it was intended to be. The Mercury Theater's own radio version of dressing up in a sheet and jumping out of a bush and saying boo. You will be relieved, I hope, to learn that we didn't mean it. So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight. That grinning, glowing, globular invader of your living room is an inhabitant of the pumpkin patch, and if your doorbell rings and nobody's there, that was no Martian. It's Halloween.
I'll be a son of a bitch.
We're here at Washington's National Airport awaiting the arrival of our very distinguished guests, the King and Queen of England. When they arrive, you will hear a 21-sung galoot.
And now our country western show continues with Zeke Parker singing My Hole Has a Bucket in It. Sorry, wrong number. That should be, my bucket has a hole in it. That's quite a difference.
Channel 9 went along as fourth graders from Robinson Elementary School took a field trip to a farm today. This was a special treat for the youngsters, since most of them have lived all their lives in the city. The excitement began early this morning as they learned animal husbandry techniques which will be useful to them in later life. By the end of the day, the children had been given a thorough look at the way nature works.
Oh, no. Who put this thing together?
Take one. So, ladies, when you are thinking of an all-season thirst quencher, treat your family to a drink that's a delight, winter or summer. Instant white rose, hot or cold, orange Tico P.
Wow. Wait a minute.
We switch you to the United Nations for this Freudian slip.
The conference at the UN regarding the Russian proposal is expected to come to a successful conclusion at the end of this session.
Our program of organ music will continue after this message from McPeter's Funeral Parlor.
And friends, your loved ones can receive no finer care than that offered by McFuneral's Peter Parlor.
Let's continue the newlywed game as we reunite our newlywed couples on today's program. Couple number 2, what was the first thing you said to your husband on your wedding night?
Gosh, that's a hard one.
Chester's Restaurant in the Market Street Arcade specializes in tasty food served quickly and attractively. So for a change of pace lunch, stop by Chester's Restaurant, where this week's special is a chilled grease sandwich and a choke.
Portable TV cameras are being built smaller and less conspicuous than ever before. During long political convention hours, they are sometimes employed to bring the TV audience candid pictures of the convention participants, and as a result, will sometimes catch unsuspecting people off guard.
All the world was thrilled with the marriage of the darkened Duchess of Windsor.
Prison life is a dreary existence, and many of these men have been behind bars for years. We spoke with some of the prisoners to find out exactly why they were here. How many years are you in for?
About 11 years.
And how did you get caught?
Yeah, some sturdy squeal pigeon stooled on me.
The clock on the wall is a constant reminder that programs must start and end on time, with the result that performers very often come out with strange closings.
We've just received word that prominent local merchant Jasper Gilbert passed away at the age of 92. A baby girl was born to Mr. and Mrs. Alec Tully of the city. Congratulations, Fred. Fred? I see our time is up. Several bursts and deaths will have to be postponed till this time next week.
Friday is poultry night, remember. All ladies present will get a free goose.
Daily soap operas are usually presented live, and under those nerve-wracking circumstances, even the most professional actors can occasionally...
Do you, Mary, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Jeez, we got that ass backwards.
Shh, we're still on the air.
In our continuing coverage of all sides of all issues, our cameras were at the first gay church services held in our city this past weekend. In an interview with one of the gay lib churchgoers, we asked what he liked most about the services.
I really enjoyed the hymns.
Daytime soap operas on television are presented live.
Viewers were surprised to hear the following.
We will return to the urge of night in a moment.
The word indigent is described in the dictionary as one who is needy or destitute. We take you out to the ball game for this malapropism uttered by a well-meaning ex-baseball player.
So remember, baseball fans, we urge you to show up this Sunday at 2 p.m. for the annual charity baseball game. And remember, all the proceeds go to indigent ball players. Thank you very much.
Strange but true continues on with a letter from Arthur Davis of Kansas City, who writes to tell us that the first sandwich was named after the Earl of Sandwich, the first man to put his meat between two pieces of bread.
And here's one for the Guinness Book of Records. A local basketball fan trying to set a record spent 14 hours straight dribbling on the floor of his apartment. It could bring him fame and fortune, but it seems like a lot of time to spend playing with yourself. And that's the news.
And now for news on the international scene. We have just received this exclusive film monitor in Miami from a Havana TV station. Although the quality of the picture is not very clear, it is clear that Fidel Castro is having talks with the premier Alexei Kosygin and other Soviet blockheads.
Excitement ran high at the county fair today as everyone competed for blue ribbons. The Martin family walked off with 2 first prizes. Gladys Martin won for her homemade apple jelly, while in a nearby tent, her husband Frank had his prize-winning nuts on display.
4, take 2.
Some of the scenes that you see on television that look so polished and slick very often are the result of long hours of behind-the-scenes preparation.
Fantastic. Hold on to that one. Beautiful.
Police today raided another massage parlor in Midtown, confiscating massage paraphernalia to be used as evidence. They arrested several girls who worked at the parlor. The girls complained bitterly of police harassment.
And word has just reached us that the BEA Go Slow is ended with settlement of the work to rule by pilots of the British European Airways. Start that again. The British European Airways.
A banquet honoring popular quarterback Bob Greasy of the Miami Dolphins was held last night. Coach Don Shula and members of the press were in attendance at the Greasy dinner.
Writer Clifford Irving entered the federal penitentiary at Lewisburg, Pennsylvania yesterday to begin a 2.5-year jail sentence in the Howard Hughes automobile in the hoax.
Network censors do all in their power to live up to the high standards of the broadcasting code. However, they are often confronted with many critical decisions as to whether to black out live programs when something unplanned occurs, such as unpopular Strike It Rich, an audience participation program with a heart. Let's watch these classic examples revolving around some needy youngsters.
And Tony, what are you going to do with the $10?
I'm going to take the money and buy my mommy and daddy a pair of pajamas because when they go to bed, they don't have any on.
I'd like to strike it rich for a new bed. My dad is in the Army in Korea, and on weekends when my Uncle Charlie comes over, he and my mom make me sleep on the floor in the kitchen. Anyway, he's not really my Uncle Charlie.
Floor manager, get that kid out of here. All cameras, go to black.
And this that's all.
You blew it, you blew it, you blew it.